Hey everybody, Patrick here. Do you know that people on ODSP are paying $1,600 a year on a Metro Pass per year? This takes a large portion of our checks out of our money that we get. If we want to access our community, we have no money. Imagine what this works out to in a year or so. $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Where does it end? Ottawa has a Metro Community Pass for $47.59, which is $600 a year. Okay, that's still a little pricey, but in 2 years, 600 times 2 is 1,200 anyway. So over time, it does get a little pricey for them as well. Students who go to school pay $108 per month. That is $1,296 a year. People on ODSP cannot live this way. The Canadian government, and the TTC need to understand how vital and important this is, and they should do something about it. As an advocate for people on ODSP and for people who cannot vocalize like I do, I am vocalizing and I am representing all of you so that something can be done about it. You can follow me on here on YouTube, and it's time for us to take a stand. We're not going to take this anymore. It's time for challenged people to be known and be seen and not locked away. And when I say locked away, I mean it's time for them and us, well, I'm included in that bracket, but when I say locked away, I don't mean locked away in institutions. I mean, when I say locked away, you have to learn to accept them for who they are and what they are. You should not look down on them just because they're in a wheelchair. You should not look down on them just because they have some sort of facial deformity. You should not look at them as weird or mental or whatever it is you want to call them just because they have, some sort of issues or mental health issues. They're people like you and me and 10,000 other people. Now, come on, wake up. Just because they have problems, there's a lot of people who ride that bus every day, and the money that they pay for this thing is insane. So this is what I'm going to do. See this? This is what needs to happen. Now I'm going to do it right in front of the camera. So I'm going to start cutting it right now. There, I just cut it. And I'm going to cut it again. There, I cut it. Now I'm going to cut it again. And I'm going to cut it again. This is what we should travel on. See this? This is the kind of card we should be traveling on, not the aforementioned card that I just showed you. We need to travel on something that we can afford. So either you give us something to afford, or the whole world, actually all of us who are developmentally and intellectually challenged, it's going to be our day. That's what I'm saying. We are going to rock and roll. We are going to saddle up. It's time for us to have our day. We are going to rock and roll. We are going to roll and we're going to rock. That's just it. So follow me on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube. And I'm going to look for other blog spaces that I can do this on. But make sure you come to this. You gotta believe. You gotta believe in yourselves. Don't let people walk all over you. If you're gonna let people walk all over you, all of what I just said isn't gonna mean anything. So, if you want a path that's gonna look like this, that's what you gotta do. Come to my page and let's do this. As I said in Twisted Sister, we're not going to take it. Later, dudes and dudettes.